And lo and behold, the rumors are true. There is a rodeo coming in a touch version. Hi guys, my name is G.P.S. and welcome back to my channel. Hermes for the longest time didn't really release anything new, and I almost gave up on them for the rest of the year. And then suddenly out of the blue, they started releasing and announcing new products that we had been waiting for nearly a year, and even I could barely keep up. I'm not the kind of person who checks on their website religiously. I know that there are people out there who are very much on top of it because as soon as something new drops, they immediately know about it. I would personally say that I check the website maybe twice a week, and that's mainly because we sit here 2 to 3 times a week and we talk about new things from Hermes. But if it wasn't for this, I would probably check on them maybe once a week, because it's quite a tedious job going through every single category. Their website is definitely not the best when it comes to new launches. But it felt like that every single time I was on the site, I discovered either a new bag or a new SLG, especially pieces that we had been talking about and waiting for a long time. So I thought that I should just sit down and share with you some of these really exciting new launches. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please keep on watching. So in today's video, we'll be talking about pieces that have already launched to some extent. I know that Hermes has had 2 quite recent presentations where they introduced the public to their upcoming collection for 2021, which I would be happy to touch on. But I feel like they've been so behind on manufacturing and releasing new products that I feel those pieces will likely not hit the stores until maybe the end of next year, dare I say maybe even 2022. But if you guys would want me to do a video on that particular presentation that everyone was talking about, then let me know. I'm happy to do that. I just wasn't sure if I should do it now or if I should wait a little bit until we get closer to the release date. But today's video is all about pieces that should be available either online or they should be hitting stores near you in the foreseeable future. And let me start with a piece that I'm selfishly most interested in, which is a new rodeo. Now, I made a promise to myself that I will not be buying any rodeos moving forward in 2021 unless Hermes releases one in a neutral color or there's a new version in exotic skin. And lo and behold, the rumors are true. There is a rodeo coming in a touch version, which I just simply cannot miss out on. I've been telling Hermes for years, well, not Hermes the company, but people I work with at Hermes, that they must bring out a rodeo in an exotic skin because it would be a huge hit with people who collect these pieces. And they actually are. There have been rumors for the past year that they'll be launching either an exotic rodeo or one in a touch version, which means that only certain parts of the particular piece are made of exotic skin. And the rumors are true. I was able to find a picture of the Rodeo Touch on the Hermes website, which popped up earlier this week. I'll make sure to leave the picture up here. And unfortunately, I was too late by the time I clicked on it. It had already been sold out, so I couldn't even catch the price. When I refreshed the page, it immediately disappeared. But thankfully, I was able to snap a picture, which I'm really happy about. So this is a rodeo in size PM, which is the smallest size that they come in the so black version, which means that every single part of the rodeo is made of the same color, in this case black. And then the saddle is made of matte alligator skin, and it looks absolutely adorable. I'm not gonna lie to you, it doesn't look that different from the regular so black rodeo that I have, but that little added exotic detail I quite like. If you happen to have the so black rodeo in your collection in size PM, do you think you would still buy the one in the touch version because they're not that different? Do you think it would be just kind of repetitive to buy it again, a rodeo in the same size, in the same colorway, just because of that little detail? Looking at this picture, I was kind of, I wouldn't say disappointed, but I must say that that little exotic detail is really not much. But regardless, I'm excited about it, and knowing myself and how weak I am when it comes to single colored photos, I will probably add it to my collection if I can hunt it down. Now, I couldn't catch the price, but just sort of thinking about it, my educated guess would be is that it's going to be about twice the price as the original Rodeo. So Rodeo in size BM, just a regular Rodeo in any color, the color never matters, is about $455. So I would guess that this is going to be around maybe $820, between $820 and $900. That's the ballpark that I would guess. And again, that's just my guess. Don't quote me on that. Now, whether you find this overpriced or fairly priced, it's completely up to you and your perception of the rodeos. But I would love to know what you guys think. Are you disappointed? Are you happy with the overall design? I don't know what I was expecting. To be honest, I was definitely perhaps hoping for a little bit more, but this is exactly what we have been asking for. So I'm happy that it's finally launching, and as soon as I have any updates, I'll be sure to let you guys know. The next piece is one that we talked about in a recent New from Hermes video, which in case you want to catch up on my New from Hermes videos, I created a playlist recently, which I will have linked up here. But this piece we talked about, I think, in my last Was New from Hermes video, because it was introduced at a presentation in Shanghai to all the Hermes lovers. And this is the new mini version of the 2424 bag, which was a bag that launched, I believe, around 2018. And I remember as soon as it walked down the runway, I immediately knew I had to have it in my collection. And I actually reached out to my SA at the time and told her that I would be interested in this piece. And I still remember very clearly when I went to see it. I think they got the first shipment. This was back in New York. They got their first shipment just before Christmas, and I was really excited when I first got a call saying that it's now finally in store so I can go and have a look at it. It was available, and it's still available, in two sizes, in size 35 and then size 29. I initially wanted to get the size 29 because that was the one that came with a shoulder strap. But as soon as I tried it on, I realized that the shoulder strap is actually secured to the back of the bag, not the top or the sides as it would be with most bags. So as you put on the bag, it kind of just tilted forward and it kind of looked strange. The shoulder strap was also quite short, which is a constant struggle with Hermes. So I wasn't the biggest fan of the overall construction. And then the bigger the 35 size almost looked like sort of a pillowcase. It was just this big, sort of really soft and supple bag that just didn't work for me. So even though I love the idea that it was sort of a newer and modern take on the toolbox, which I'm usually not the biggest fan of, I love the idea. It was basically if the toolbox and the Kelly bag had a baby. But I just couldn't justify the price because I wasn't completely happy with the design. But this new mini version is adorable. So this is the third addition to the 2424 family. So we had size 29, 35, and now we have a 21. So the mini version, I assume, is going to measure 21 centimeters at the bottom. And this is a piece that already launched on some Hermes websites. I was at least able to discover it. So we have a price and we know that it should be either available online, and I suspect in stores maybe towards the end of December, the beginning of January. And it costs 5,900 euros, which I think means that it's going to be probably around the same price in the UK. I think it's going to be 5,900 pounds. That's usually the way they work with their pricing. And I suspect that it's going to be somewhere around maybe $7,000 in the US. So it's definitely up there in price, but I mean, it's an Hermes piece. What's fun about this is not only the size, that it's really, really cute, that it's a smaller size of the original shape, but it's also one of those multifunctional bags. It comes with a much longer shoulder strap, which is adjustable and removable. So you can make it work as a crossbody bag, you can turn it into a belt bag, a backpack, you can wear it as a little clutch bag or as a pouch, you can wear it on its own without any sort of shoulder strap attached. So I think this is going to be an extremely popular bag. And personally, I think this pillow-like shape really works in the smaller size. I think it's an adorable bag, which I'm really excited to see in person. It was available in gold on gold, and I remember looking at it on the website, and it was still available when I was on it.
And I was going back and forth whether I should get it, should I not, should I get it, should I not. I was thinking maybe I should just get it, see how I like it, and then request a black one from my local boutique.
But by the time I made up my mind and I was like, okay, let's do this, it had already been sold out. And by the time I put it in my cart, it said that the product you're looking at is out of stock, which I'm not mad about. I wouldn't really want it in gold. I would mainly want it in black if I was to pick it up. But for $6,000, you want to make sure that you're going to love this bag. So I think it's good that I didn't buy it online, that I was forced to wait, so I'll get a chance to hopefully look at it in store and decide whether I like the size and the proportions and whether I think it would work on me. So if this is a bag that you've been excited for, then you do not have to wait much longer. I would definitely recommend that you either reach out to your local boutique or the person you enjoy working with at Hermes, or just keep an eye out on the website, because I have a feeling they'll be dropping more of them towards the end of the year or maybe the beginning of next year. The next piece is one that technically has been around for, I think, about a year. This launched at the same time as my beloved Kelly To Go little pocket wallet. And this is essentially a pouch bag version of it, which I definitely don't think worked out really well for them. This piece came into stock at the same time as the wallet, and then it sort of just disappeared. I really haven't seen any of it. I haven't seen anyone talking about it or carrying it. And then now it seems to be popping up again here and there. So in case you've been looking for a flat pouch bag, you can definitely look at this. It's going to cost $3,200, which in my opinion is a huge waste of money. For me, nothing works about this. I think the shape is awkward. I don't think anyone really needs one of these flat, sort of old school document holders. The handle on the side is really out of proportion. And I hate how they cut off the corner and they just added this weird little pocket onto the side. If anything, it at least has a Kelly twist closure, which I absolutely adore. I mean, I haven't seen anything with a Kelly twist closure that I didn't like, so I have to give this piece that. But other than that, I don't think anyone needs this piece in their life. But if you feel like you do, it should be around soon. The next style has also been around for just about a year. I made a video on this style when it first launched earlier this year, which, in case you haven't seen that, I'll make sure to have that video linked up here. And I talked about the Kelly wallet and compared it to the Kelly To Go. Now, I own quite a few pieces of the Kelly wallet and I absolutely love them. And you wouldn't think that there would be too much difference between the original Kelly wallet and the Kelly To Go, which is essentially Hermès' take on a wallet on chain. But there are quite a few key differences, which I think you would love to know about if you've been planning on picking up the Kelly To Go. But if you love the Kelly To Go wallet, you'll be happy to hear that now it's also available in Matte Alligator. It initially launched in Epsom, I think then in Missouri Goatskin, then it came in Ostrich, but now it's also available in Matte Alligator, which if you love, it's going to cost you quite a bit. The Matte Alligator version is $18,900 before tax, which is quite a bit of money. But just to put things in perspective, the Kelly wallet, the original version in Matte Alligator, is just over $14,000. So you're going to be paying about $4,500 just for that thin little strap, which if it's worth it for you, now it's an option for you to do that. And then the original Kelly wallet is $3,500, and then the Kelly To Go in regular leather is just under $5,000. So obviously there's a price difference there as well. Definitely not as drastic as between the Kelly wallet in exotic skin and then the Kelly To Go in exotic, which in my opinion is kind of insane to pay over $4,500 for a thin little strap. But in case you want to, more power to you. It should be available in stores in the near future. We have two more bags left, and the first one is the SHENYANG tote bag, which is actually a piece that I had a chance to look at in person at a private Hermes event, which I have an entire vlog on, so I'll make sure to have that linked up here. But this is the bag that I had a chance to look at, and I was introduced to this, I think in January. I think it must have been in January or at some point at the beginning of 2020. And I knew I absolutely loved this bag the minute I saw it. I'm a sucker for anything SHENYANG. Just say the word and I'm going to be all over it. This bag is special for a couple of reasons. Number one is that you'll get the same level of attention and craftsmanship that you're used to from Hermes with their Birkins and Kellys, because this entire bag is cut and shaped and stitched by the same craftsman, which is the same process that the Birkins and Kellys go through in manufacturing. They're all done by one single craftsman, which is the same case with the SHENYANG bag. Not to mention the fact that the appearance is quite unique. I cannot recall Hermes doing one of these sort of takes on a basket or a tote bag in the recent past. The bag itself is really cool. It's really interesting. It does come with a removable pouch bag on the inside, which is made of silk, so you don't have to expose everything that's inside of your bag. And you could definitely play around with this. You could take scarves from your own collection and make them into one of these pouches. So you have plenty of options with this bag, and I think it would be a true showstopper in the warmer month. Maybe if you like picnic, this would also make a great picnic bag. But let's talk about price. This bag is $8,000 in Europe, which leads me to believe that it's going to be somewhere just under $10,000 in the US. So if you're looking for something special from Hermes, you might have just found it. And then last but not least, let's talk about a couple of new takes on the Picotin. Now, I told you guys a few months ago that there will be a So Black Picotin launching, where not only the color of the bag is black, but also the hardware. But at the time, what we didn't know is that Hermes is planning a much larger monochromatic launch. The Picotin will also be available in a So green and a So pink version, meaning that there will be a green bag in the color bamboo that will have a matching green hardware, and the bag will also be available in pink, in a pink color with a matching pink hardware. And what's still not clear to me is whether this launch of the So Black, the So Pink, and then the So Green bags in the Picotin are going to be sort of taken to the next level as the So Black bags were, where not only the bag and the hardware were black, but also the packaging and the branding all revolved around the color black. Considering that there will be 3 different colors available, hopefully around the same time, I would assume that they will be available in the same Hermes packaging, just the orange box and then the sort of taupey color dust bag. I don't think they'll reinvent their packaging for each color, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But in case you love the color green, or if you know Grinch, then maybe you should let them know that there is a bag becoming available just for them in all green. There is still the So Black Picotin launching, as well as the So Pink Picotin. So I'm really excited about these, and if you love the Picotin, these are definitely something that you want to keep your eye out for. I have no idea how limited or how hard to get they're going to be. I assume, just as it is the case with every Hermes piece, they're not going to be easy to get. But I did see the green one available on the website, which was about 400 euros more than the original version. So it's going to cost you a little more to get the monochromatic hardware. In my humble opinion, it's worth every penny because it does make it look quite unique and quite interesting. And this is it, guys. This completes today's video on some new SLGs and new bags that should be available from Hermes in the very near future. Please let me know if you'd want me to do a video on the 2021 presentation. Should we do it now? Should I hold off? I have sort of been contemplating talking about those pieces because I don't want to get your hopes up and get you excited about them, and then they won't be available for another year or so. So if you guys would want me to do it now, let me know. If you think I should wait, I completely agree, and we can absolutely wait with that. And also, please let me know what you think about each one of these pieces. Are there any that you are really interested in and you would consider adding them to your collection? Do let me know in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, then please be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you being here and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!